Hello, welcome back to the channel. The new thing we are trying to make your family happy is this MEACO dehumidifier and air purifier. If you have got one of these, maybe you don't quite know how to use it, or maybe you're thinking of getting one, they are absolutely magnificent. There's a full review and link down in the description. This video is a complete tour of the MEACO control panel to show how it works. All the instructions for turning on our MEACO dehumidifier. It looks complicated at first. We've had ours a few weeks now and it is simple once you've used it a couple of times. This is how the control panel looks for the MEACO dehumidifier. To turn it on, obviously there's a power button here and it says 52. That means that the relative humidity at the moment in the room is being sampled at 56. The numbers are jumping around and that's because the dehumidifier is sampling the air. I think it does this for about 10 minutes, so the reading on the display here will jump around for a bit while we get the dehumidifier started. The most important button on the whole unit is this button here with the icon showing a drip. This is called the smart humidity mode button. Oh, by the way, you could probably hear it in the background. I hope that's not too distracting. This button is crucial because this is the reading of the humidity in the room at the moment. If I press the smart humidity mode button once, that enters smart humidity mode. And in this mode, the dehumidifier will default to a target humidity of 55% relative humidity and a low fan speed. So if I press it again, that shows you that the target humidity is 55%. Once the target of 55% has been reached, the dehumidifier will stop, and every 30 minutes the fan will kick in to check the humidity level and the dehumidifying indicator will turn off. I think that's this light here. Night mode can be set while the dehumidifier is in smart humidity mode by pressing, guess what, this moon icon here. This is the night mode button. If I press that, I'll just show you what it looks like and we'll explain it properly in a minute. But the light comes on, all the lights go off so that you can get some sleep. You haven't got blue lights in your room at night. The fan speed, you probably can't hear it. I tend to not notice it, but in night mode the fan speed will be reduced to low. The buttons won't bleep when you touch them, so if I press this one you can see or hear that it's silent, and all the lights on the display will turn off. Let's take it off night mode by pressing the night mode button. If I press it again, you can see the light flips over to the smart humidity mode. We can set the dehumidifier to reach a target that isn't 55%. All I need to do is to keep pressing the smart humidity mode button, and you can see that it cycles through these different relative humidity percentages. It goes 40 all the way up to 70. If I press it again, it goes to CO. CO stands for continuous, so it won't have a target humidity to reach. It will just keep running, come what may. If I press it again, let's set it to something like the default 55%. Once you've set the desired target humidity, it shows on the display for 5 seconds and then it changes to the current humidity level that it's reading in the room. The great thing with this mode is that once it's reached the target humidity level, the dehumidifier will stop. If I go back to the smart humidity button and hold it down for 2 seconds, AP shows on the display. That stands for air purification mode. Now, air purification mode means that the dehumidifier has turned off, so that light has gone off and the air purifier light has come on. The unit is now just purifying the air, and I can feel that. It's a nice jet of cool air coming out. It's not dehumidifying. So this might be useful in the summer months when we don't tend to need to dehumidify the room. To take it off this mode, we just hold down the smart humidity button for 2 seconds and it goes back to dehumidifying the room. By the way, if this is helping you, thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. Let's see some more. Now the thing with air purifier is that it's always air purifying. It's always purifying the air, either with the dehumidifier or without the dehumidifier. The other big button is this button here with the t-shirt icon on. Shall we press it? Let's press it. And you can see 35% appears. This is smart laundry mode. When it goes into smart laundry mode, the dehumidifier defaults to a target humidity of 35% and a high fan speed. I can definitely feel that with my hand right now. Smart laundry mode runs for 6 hours. So if I press the t-shirt button again, the smart laundry button, this shows SL that it's in smart laundry mode. If I press the t-shirt button twice, this shows the number of hours left for the smart laundry mode. So this 06, that 6 there means there's 6 hours remaining, and obviously it will count down all the way down to 0, but that number is in hours. If the dehumidifier reaches a humidity level of about 32% before the 6 hours is up, the compressor turns off to stop the air from becoming too dry, but the fan does continue to run just to keep some air circulation in the room. We can put the dehumidifier into night mode. Even though it's in smart laundry mode, naturally we'll just press the night mode button and the fan speed is now reduced to low. The buttons won't bleep if I press them, and all the lights on the display will turn off. So now we're back into the regular dehumidifying the room mode. Child lock is the night mode button here. You can see there's a little picture of a lock beneath the moon icon. If we hold down the child lock button for 2 seconds, that locks the dehumidifier's control panel. You could hear it bleep, and it just means that you can't interfere with it by pressing any of the buttons. To turn off child lock, just hold down the button for another 2 seconds. Let me walk you through the lights underneath the number display here. The first light is the dehumidifying indicator. That shows solid when the compressor is running and the dehumidifier is dehumidifying. This indicator will turn off when the dehumidifier is checking the humidity level in the room. The next button, you'll see it looks like a cup with liquid in. This is the water tank full indicator. Once the water tank is full, the dehumidifier automatically switches itself off. The next button, or the next light in this sequence over here, is this like an arrow that shows air purification indicator. So when we're in air purification mode, hold that down, you can see that the air purification light comes on and the dehumidifying light goes off. The final light with the lock icon, that's the child lock indicator. So if I hold on the child lock, you can see that padlock light comes on, and we can turn it off by holding down the child lock button again. Say hi in the comments. It would be lovely to hear from you and your dehumidifier tips and tricks and adventures. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up or subscribe button. It really helps me out. And right here are all my other thrilling MEACO and other dehumidifier videos.